Michael, good evening. The missing kayaker who police say faked his own death and fled to Eastern Europe says he plans to represent himself in court.
If you do not qualify for a public defender, you can ask this court to appoint one for you. Do you understand those options?
I do. I called this morning and I found out that I would have to pay, so I can't pay if I have money, so I'll defend myself.
Well, you do have the right to an attorney. You can ask this court to appoint one for you. You can have an attorney. You always have the right to an attorney. The court will determine the defendant stands mute. I'll enter a not guilty plea on your behalf.
Ryan Borgwardt back in the U.S. and in a Wisconsin courtroom today, charged with obstructing an intense lake search by staging a phony tragedy. The judge entering a not guilty plea for the father of three and set bond at $500. Borgwardt returned to the U.S. yesterday on his own accord after 4 months in Eastern Europe. Police say he faked his own death in August during a kayaking trip after obtaining a second passport, moving money to a foreign bank account, and chatting with a woman in Uzbekistan. Local, state, and federal agencies spent more than $35,000 searching for him over 54 days. Today, the local sheriff told the media the defendant left for, quote, personal reasons.
Is he cooperating with you guys? Have you been able to speak with him in person?
He's cooperated with us. He came back to the United States.
Do you know if he's had any contact with his wife and kids since the last time we spoke here last month?
That I can't release.
What was it in those conversations with Mr. Borgwardt that made him change his mind?
That's going to be up to him someday, but we're not going to release that. But it was one thing that worked in our favor. We brought a dad back on his own accord.
The Wisconsin man facing one misdemeanor charge and possibly having to pay back restitution. His next court date, January 13th, Michael.